Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for more Dark. We are going to be diving into the finale of Season 1. Finally, we've made some progress. We've made some headway. It's... I have no idea where we go from here, because we got 2 more seasons, chock full of twists and turns I can only imagine. So, with everything we've got so far, I have no idea what would even come next, or even like what we're going to get up to into this episode, man. So that said, man, I just want to get into it because I've been having a lot of fun with this one. It's definitely been racking my brain every step of the way, but I like that shit, man. I really do. So with that all said, let's go ahead and hop in. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes and reaction to the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. Over there, you also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. Our current month's poll is now live on the channel. You can go vote on that right now. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. Try to make it worth your while, so you're going to support the channel. And guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does go a long way with helping us out here on the channel. But with that all said and down the way, guys, let's hop into episode 10, Alpha and Omega. Here we go. Yeah, Peter, okay. I can't wait to find out what Peter and Trant have been up to. Is that the cabin? That startled me, man. Whoa! 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 What? Oh! Oh, wow. So he didn't have anything to do with it. The wormhole literally just dumped the body here. And I guess he disposed of it because he couldn't be caught with it on his property or anything like that. So that's why the dirt was there. And that's Mads. Wow.
Geht deinen Sohn. Nein, nicht Ulrich. Mats.
Oh, wow.
Da kommt jemand.
Claudia. Peter. Es gibt eine Menge, das ich euch erklären muss.
You fucking bet your ass.
Aber vorher müssen wir Mats an den Ort bringen, wo gefunden werden soll.
Oh, interesting. So she's from this Claudia here, at least as she's appearing there, already knows where he's meant to be found. So is she from like farther ahead? I don't know. Oh. Oh my god, dude. That was wild. Just that tear opening up in front of Peter and just like plop. All right, so they weren't really up to anything nefarious, but they're kind of, I guess now by just chance, not really chance, because as we've learned, really, there is no chance anymore with Claudia, who's working against this thing. That's wild. So they end up having to get a book. about where things are going to go. She's got to already know where Mads ends up, though. So that makes me think that she's from farther ahead than they were, like not actually in the present. I don't know. I don't know how that would work, but she's knew where he needed to be found. I have an idea about how that could work with her being in the present as well. Involves the stranger and who I think the stranger is up until this point. Oh, weird. The senior home.
Das ist unmöglich.
Was?
Ich habe ihn verbrannt.
The one. Yeah, but this is the one. It's you got a future version of that note.
Noch eine Oma und die ist Direktorin an meiner Schule. Ihr Mann, der nebenbei meine Mutter fickt, sucht seinen Sohn, der mein Vater ist.
Yeah.
Ich will einfach nur, dass alles wieder normal ist.
Houdini hat als Kind
Oh, wow.
Und du hast den gleichen Traum?
Ja, aber das, was ich zaubern will, ist unmöglich.
Und was soll das sein?
Going home.
Wachen.
Oh. Oh.
Ich wäre ein Schmetterling. Und jetzt bin ich aufgewacht und ich weiß nicht mehr, ob ich ein Mensch bin, der gerade geträumt hat, dass er ein Schmetterling ist.
Mm.
Ein Mensch oder ein Schmetterling?
Vielleicht bin ich beides.
Mein Name ist Egon Tiedemann. Vielleicht fangen wir einfach mal damit an, dass Sie mir Ihren Namen verraten.
Tiedemann. Egon, ja, natürlich. Jetzt? Nein, ich bin Polizist.
Polizist.
Es ist ein Song aus den 80ern. Ich kann Ihnen jetzt schon verraten, Sie werden ihn nicht mögen. Ist genauso klein wie diese Scheißstadt. Lass mich los! Lass mich los! Sollst du eigentlich schon oder kam das erst später, nachdem deine Frau dich verlassen hatte und du gemerkt hast, wie jämmerlich und erbärmlich?
Oh, oh no.
Martha hat mir alles erzählt. Es ist einfach so passiert. Ich wollte wirklich... Was? Ein krankes Stück Scheiße! Genau wie dein Vater.
Mann, was soll der Scheiß? Seid ihr bescheuert?
Lass dich hier nie wieder blicken, Mann! Verpiss dich!
Yeah. I mean, you're still a shit best friend yourself, so you can go fuck right off anyway.
Apparat. Nicht im gleichen Zustand. Verstehen Sie? Als könnte man den Beginn und das Ende einer Sache gleichzeitig betrachten.
Mhm.
Hier hat sich nie gedreht. Er war in den Bauplänen, aber ich wusste nie wofür. Dieses Ding kommuniziert mit dem Apparat.
Interesting.
Ein Higgsfeld des Cäsiums potenziert, die durch einen elektromagnetischen Impuls zu einem schwarzen Loch implodiert. Ist in der Zukunft.
Ich hoffe, morgen schon anders als heute.
Yeah, man, that's gotta be Jonas, man. Like, I don't see it being anybody else. Like, it ties so much in line with what he's feeling and going through right now.
Wir reden nicht.
Wann genau war das? 53, 54?
Im Herbst 53.
53.
Also, das hängt alles zusammen.
Hör zu, Charlotte, ich muss mit dir reden.
Später, okay? Ich muss los.
Damn, dude, no, you want to know what he's got to say. But I wonder, is the stranger and Claudia working together? They are also on their own tracks. Separate, but also intertwined. You didn't shut your door all the way, buddy.
Kann ich Ihnen helfen?
Here we go. What?
Du musst aufhören! Ich muss aufhören.
Well, that'd work.
Ich habe noch was in der Schule vergessen. Mach dir keine Sorgen, es wird alles gut, Mama.
Sounds like a goodbye.
Alles, was sie gesagt hat, ist in den letzten 8 Tagen passiert. Genauso, wie es hier steht.
Ah.
Aber wenn es Gott nicht gibt, warum glauben wir dann an eine Lüge?
I think Noah is Bartos, man. I do.
Weil wir jede Lüge dem Schmerz vorziehen.
Stranger versus Noah and Jonas versus Bartos. Just this eternal like thing as they age. That's my guess right now, man. Especially with him trying to like hone in his younger self, if that was the case.
Zimmer bei uns genommen. Die Kammer gleich neben meiner. Und manchmal habe ich ihn reden hören im Schlaf. Wirre Wort.
Or maybe not.
Kein Schritt, kein Wort, kein Schmerz. Ein ewig dauerndes Wunder des einen.
Bin die einzige Person, die überhaupt an sich ranlässt. Und ich mag ihn auch.
No.
Welcher Tag ist heute?
Bist du von hier? Was machst du hier?
Dude, if only everybody would have like these memories, man. They'd be like, there's so many faces they would be like, where do I know you from? You know?
Kannst du die zurückholen?
Nein, du musst sie holen, wenn sie noch jünger sind.
Aber dann sind sie doch noch gar nicht tot.
Das ändert aber nichts daran, dass sie einmal sterben werden.
Mhm.
Entführung wird mit einem Unbekannten in Verbindung gebracht. Seite 5.
That's not good, though. We need to get him back. Seen this shot before.
Du brauchst keine Angst zu haben.
Hey, was soll das? Was ist das hier? Warum haben sie mich eingesperrt?
Wait, what the fuck?
Du bist das Versuchskaninchen. Die Passage in der Höhle liegt genau unter diesem Bunker. Steht sie offen, läuft die Energie durch diesen Raum. Aber man muss sie verstehen.
Oh.
DeLorean, kein Zischen und Dampfen. Die erste Zeitmaschine ist ein Bunker mit. Und trotzdem existiert er noch. Du wirst diesen Brief fast 33 Jahre bei dir tragen. Ich bin du. Mein Name ist Jonas Kahnwald.
Yo! So that means he's gonna be stuck here for 33 years?
Ich habe Dinge gesehen, die kein Mensch jemals sehen sollte. Es tut mir leid.
Warte.
Well, at least we know he lives, I guess. Unless somebody actually manages to stop this shit and change things, but does not seem to be possible yet. But what even is yet when everything's like looped in on itself like this? Yeah. Damn. He failed, but now he knows where he ends. But I guess he doesn't either, though. This is fucking insane, dude.
Nutzlosen Maschine ist nicht dafür da, das Loch für immer zu vernichten. Es ist dafür da, es überhaupt erst entstehen zu lassen.
What?
Gibt es zwei Gruppen, die um die Vorherrschaft über das Reisen durch die Zeit kämpfen. Licht und Schatten. Wir gehören zum Licht. Vergiss das nicht.
Yeah, sure you do.
Nette. Er hat es nicht anders verdient.
What the fuck, man?
Wir werden den Menschen aus seiner Unmündigkeit befreien. Von seinem Schmerz. Aber du musst stark sein. Kannst du das?
Who are you in the grand scheme of this shit? Wow. Wow. Oh, her phone call. This is wild, man. Ha! They got an old commercial for a second. Yo, whoa, whoa! The fuck is Hannah doing? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Oh, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, and that's the shot that we saw before when Helge was like, I remember. Now he's in the world. They've swapped spots. Oh, wait. Oh, he went somewhere else, though. He didn't go to 53. He's in Claudia's bunker. When is this, though? I love how his jacket just pierces through the color grading. What in the world? Welcome to the future. God damn it, man. So at the end of the day, he doesn't stop anything. He created it. He both ends and creates it. Or does he expand it? I'm kind of confused on that bit. It was called The Beginning and the End, and they said that when he destroys it, he succeeds, but he also creates it in and of itself. So his plan, his mission, it doesn't undo anything. It just keeps things in motion. But now we're like in a playing field where anything's open. But then again, they said it was an imperfect time machine, so maybe one was developed later. I assume, though, we're 33 years in the future from where we were, outside of the triad that we've seen prior. I'm so confused, man, on that element of it. So Claudia, so I was kind of right, though. Claudia's information has to have come from somewhere ahead of everything, and that she's even been playing this chess game with everybody else. So he lives out in this apocalyptic wasteland out his 33 years till he's that Jonas that's been helping him along this way. That's kind of insane. I still have no idea Bartos's relationship with Noah. Like, I want to say that they are the same person, but the eyes don't match, and they've been really good about that up until this point. So I don't know. Like, he's grooming his younger self to follow in his footsteps in a way. I don't know. That's kind of the idea I was getting, but just to see where Helge ends, you know, the fact that he fails, and that right now, everybody that is trying to stop this thing from happening is just in a permanent cycle of failure because it unfolds. There is no stopping it. The fact that it exists in the first place is, in fact, like, evidence that whatever you try to do to change things doesn't work. This absence of choice, or this illusion of choice in the end. And Claudia's been playing this map, so it's effectively Noah versus Claudia then, I guess. But everybody's picking up on the little pieces now. Peter, Trant, we got that revealed. You know, Charlotte's in on this now. She's kind of picked this up, realized that Ulrich is stuck in the past. And we ended the season with Ulrich still stuck in the past for trying to stop Helge, but failing because we knew it already happened. Like, it just wasn't going to work because it had already happened by the time the future was written. It's so wild. But I love the subtle parallels in this between young Jonas and I think it was probably more intentional in this episode because we were finally going to get the reveal. But the more and more the stranger kept showing up, the more and more it was paralleling with what Jonas was going through and doing. And this one, very much so, they purposefully were framing a lot of different shots and mannerisms to really mirror the two in this episode. And I really like that element of it. And how all of these certain things are kind of culminating together with H.G. Tannhaus about this time machine thing that creates this black hole to destabilize it. You know, the multiple versions of it through different, like, he was only able to complete it because he saw the finished version so that he could use it as a reference for the current one, even though he got the plans from Claudia, which wouldn't have worked without the phone that he got from Ulrich. It's just this whole cycle, man. And it is. At the end of the day, it's a paradox. It's all paradoxical. But I like that it's not straying away from it. But they talk about nothing is notated in what Charlotte or what Claudia had left behind for Peter and Trant after this day. They were told that after this day, everything will be brand new. But it's a lie. Or at least from this point forward, it's all undocumented, maybe? I don't know. So whatever happened decimated the power plant. They made it seem like an accident with the power plant happened in the past. Like in 53 or 86 or whatever. But apparently it happened. Well, we don't really know when it happened, when this happened. We just saw that when he arrived. So maybe something happened in 2052, which is, I assuming, when he is now. We saw that drone flying around. They were like, welcome to the future. And that would explain why Claudia knew what she knew that had not happened yet. That Mads had to be found where he was. So they wouldn't have known that yet at the time when his body appeared. So that was a nice little detail. My other thought in that moment is if Claudia was working with the future version of Jonas, Jonas would know where the body was found and would have been able to impart that information without her having to have been from yet another future timeline. Dude, this show is insane. Like, the performances are really good and all, but my God, the twists, the turns, the splicing between the different timelines and the weaving web, and what the fuck was Hannah doing with that gun, man? No one's left in 2019 that knows about the gate, the passageway at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know what the plan is right now. I don't know how you get yourselves out of this cycle, or even if you can. Like, what is the end game, man? What does this look like? This is a whole other... I knew there was going to be, like I said, twists and turns and stuff like that we haven't had set up yet, because, again, we got 2 more seasons, so we got to really only be scratching the tip of the iceberg, and that means, like, I don't have no idea on, like, what direction we're going to lean, but we got a 4th timeline now, and a 4th time period now that is like this... I want to call it post-apocalyptic because I assume it's only Wyndon. I would assume that the world hasn't gone into a nuclear holocaust. The power plant exploded, and was that because of Jonas, like, rippling that explosion through time? The fact that it was, like, visualized above the town too was a wild sight, and how it was affecting all 3 timelines. Just the fact that this already occurred too, and Noah knew it. That Jonas already tried this, and he knew he had to catch Jonas for Jonas to go through. And it's this weird fucking chess game because they know each other's moves up until an extent, I guess. So how does that work, man? That just makes my brain go to goo. But it's really well done, man. It's really, really well done. See, my guess is, like, Welcome to the Future, that girl that drove up is like, what if that's Martha? She looked really familiar. Like, again, the casting's been pretty solid from timeline to timeline and stuff for people who's playing other characters. But I don't know. I still feel like there was something weird about Francisca that we haven't got. Obviously, we haven't answered the question of, there's still who's Noah, what's Bartos's role in all of this? There's still, who the fuck is Alexander really? Maybe he's from this future timeline, sent back to help orchestrate and guide things. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. My God. Can Jonas win? Wow. So, like, what's everybody going to think in 2019 about Jonas now? And, like, his disappearance. And Ines, man. See, she's very endearing, man. I'm sure she put up with a bunch of shit, too, because it seems like her and Hannah definitely didn't get along in the grand scheme of things. I mean, wasn't she, like, torn out of the one... She was torn out of one of the photos, one of the family photos. So, like, it's got to be hard, like, realizing all of this stuff once it happens, too. Because I assume that probably happened after his passing, because she probably handled it in a completely different way than anybody else. It's just wild. And I don't know any of these actors' names, but the kid playing Jonas, I think he really poured his heart out in this one too, just trying to wrap his head around all of these revelations and this realization that he's trapped in this loop no matter how much he's trying to break it, that he can't, and his future self is keeping him on those rails because, he won't have gotten to this point if he changes that. But he thinks he's on the right path now, so if he tries to deviate, who knows, changing his fate early on could have actually changed things, but it's guaranteed to play out because his resolve in his mind is already made up, because he's seen these things and he's being manipulated, he's being played to just follow along. He's like, I can undo all this now, and he just can't. Dude, maybe Noah's not even from any of these timelines. He seems to be just kind of like from I don't know, man. The Helge stuff was also just tragic as all hell. Guys, I honestly, I don't know what else to touch on this, man. I really, really don't. But there's some wild imagery in this. Like, it took some time to really build up to it. But it was just, we got a slit in the time-space continuum, and then there's Mads' body, and then literally a portal. I think that's interesting, though. The portal opened up right there in the room above the intersection, and it bridged Helge and Jonas's cells, their dimensions. But like when they tried to cross, they ended up in different spots. Like they didn't swap places like I had thought Helge went through, but Jonas got flung into a timeline we are just now dabbling in for the first time. Just got a little taste of it. But the way this show just weaves its narrative around, it's just really, 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 really well done, man. Guys, I think that's all I got right now. Thankfully, I can go right into season 2 next week because that's what we're going to be doing. So, guys, sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Benny Sherritt, Ryan Kara, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yorick Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Josh Lee, and Tiff. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody who's been supporting this journey along the way. Thank you guys so much for being very patient with me and just like coming along on the ride with my rants and ravings. But we got 2 more seasons to go, so there's going to be plenty more to come. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.